What's up, fellow boxing enthusiasts? Welcome back to the Armchair Verdict, and welcome if it's just your first time here. Now, Noses Itauma is an incredibly talented young boxer. Noses Itauma has a phenomenal future in the sport of boxing. This video isn't me throwing shade on Noses Itauma or labelling him a hype job. What he did against Dillian Whyte has never been done before, and I give him maximum credit for that. However, this idea that's getting floated around that he should be facing Oleksandr Usyk next for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world is ridiculous. And in this video, I'm going to explain why. Let's start by using Canelo Alvarez as an example. When he faced Floyd Mayweather Jr., there were many people at the time who were saying, Canelo's too green, he's not ready for Floyd Mayweather. In fact, there are still many people to this day that will tell you the version that faced Floyd Mayweather Jr. was not Canelo in his prime, and they would have much rather seen Canelo, who beat Gennady Golovkin, beat Daniel Jacobs, and went on that insane run to become super middleweight undisputed championship of the world, face Floyd Mayweather Jr. instead. When Canelo faced Floyd, he was 23 years old, had had 44 professional boxing fights, and was undefeated. He was in his own right a world champion too. If we compare that to Noses Itauma now, Noses Itauma has had 13 professional fights. That's right, 13. Over 3-0 fights less than Canelo Alvarez had when he faced Floyd Mayweather Jr. Of those 13 fights that Noses Itauma has had, only 2 of them have gone beyond the second round. And those 2 fights have gone to the 6th round. So Noses Itauma has never been further than 6 rounds in a professional boxing fight in his life. And the best win on Noses Itauma's resume is a 37-year-old Dillian Whyte, who hasn't looked his best for about 4 years. In what world does that earn him the right to fight for the undisputed heavyweight title next? I just don't get it. I don't see it. And if we want to talk about merit and fairness, let's look at Joseph Parker as an example. Joseph Parker is on an incredible run where he's beat former world champion Deontay Wilder and 2 of the heavyweight division's boogeymen in Zhilei Zhang and Martin Bakole. And we've also got Agit Kabayel, who's on a very good run of his own. He's beat Arslan Makhmudov, Zhilei Zhang also, and Frank Sanchez. So why should Noses Itauma leapfrog these men to get a shot at the world title next? Now, I'm a big fan and admirer of Turki Al-Sheikh. I think the man has transformed the sport of boxing. I've been a boxing fan for a very long time, and I always used to get so frustrated at not being able to see the big fights and missing out on the big fights. Think about how long it took to make Mayweather and Pacquiao, how long it took to make Crawford and Spence. The fact that we never got to see Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua or Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. Since Turki's come in, we see all the huge fights. The game has changed, which is why I'm so surprised that Turkey is campaigning for this fight between Noses Itauma and Oleksandr Usyk. He's often said he wants boxing to be similar to the UFC, where the best face the best. Noses Itauma hasn't proven he's the best yet. He's very untested. Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel have passed all the tests that have been put in front of them. They've beat top contenders. Then either one of those men facing Oleksandr Usyk would be the best facing the best. And that's what should be happening next. Noses Itauma should be building on this win that he's just got against Dillian Whyte. He should be developing and trying to be tested in a way which will better prepare him for facing Oleksandr Usyk. There are many better options out there for Noses Itauma to help his growth. Think about Fabio Wardley, for instance, another young British heavyweight who's on a good run and is high in the rankings. That would be a perfect test for Noses Itauma. Or let's look at Richard Torres from the US, another young undefeated prospect who could do the whole UK versus US thing. 2 men at similar positions in their career. That would be a great test for Noses Itauma. Or Filip Hrgović. They both fought on the same card. Hrgović is a world level fighter, very experienced, holds a win over Zhilei Zhang. I don't see any reason why that fight shouldn't be next. That would be a good test against a durable world level fighter. for Moses Itauma to test his skills against. After fighting and beating one of those men, then we can look at the next step for Moses Itauma. And if he passed that test with flying colours, then we can reevaluate things. But right now, that's what I want to see. Another concern of mine is, if Moses Itauma is thrown in straight away against Oleksandr Usyk, it could break him, it could ruin him. A young talent just thrown into the deep end too soon, and then he gets ruined and he may not recover and be the same again. What's the rush? There is no rush. We've got plenty of time for him to develop. So let him develop. Don't ruin this kid too young. That's my thoughts. That's all I've got to say on the matter. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. I want to hear what you guys think, because I spoke to a few people on this topic, and there are many that agree with me, and there are also many that would like to see Moses Itauma face Oleksandr Usyk next. They think it'll be a good test for him. They think he has nothing to lose, and they think, yeah, he's still quite an unknown quantity. It's the perfect time for him to face Usyk while he's still fearless and we don't know that much about him. Just roll the dice and go for it. So people, where do you stand on this? How do you feel? Get in the comment sections, let me know your thoughts. And as always, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. But that's it from me, and I'll see you on the next one.